Okay, what's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. A lot of you are not subscribing. Make sure to be subscribing. Make sure to check out all my sponsors, Visible and also Poggers. Save 10% on your order by using Revi9 at checkout at poggers.com. Anyway, we're going to get into this. Check out all my streaming places and everything. We're going to talk about Malakai Black, formerly known as Aleister Black. His situation has been very, very much dumbfounding at this point. I have been left baffled by the whole situation on all sides. AEW, his side, WWE side. It's just been one big mess. When he left WWE, he got a raw deal from Vince McMahon, and he got booted. He went over to AEW, and he did a finishing move on Cody Rhodes, and that was that. And then nothing came from it. And I thought at one point that he was going to be TNT champion when Cody left. I thought that's who the pillar was going to be. They did nothing with him. Creative has been terrible for Malakai Black, but now reading these articles, he didn't want to put talent over. He didn't want to work with creative. He was there to collect a check, and it reminds me a lot of the Main Event Mafia. The Main Event Mafia in TNA, all those wrestlers part of that staple outside of Samoa Joe didn't want to be there. They were just collecting checks. They didn't want to be there. They were there to collect a check and not put anybody over. Booker T explains this, and it's kind of the same for Malakai Black. Malakai Black did not want to be in AEW. He wanted the check. He liked the idea of 5 figures because AEW was dumping money into ex-WWE guys. And they were paying loads of money. They brought in Jon Moxley. They brought in Chris Jericho. They brought in just anybody they could find off the WWE streets. And they were offering like 5 to 6 figures. And some of those wrestlers that were getting paid almost $1 million at least, or $500,000, where are they now? Where's Big Swole? Where are all these people at? They don't exist. So to me, Malakai Black was just there to collect a check. He didn't want to do creative. Then he went on Instagram. This is how the story is wild to me. Like, for instance, he went on Instagram and said basically on Instagram Lives in his car, basically saying the fans don't get it. You're being lied to. You're being massively lied to. You don't get it. And then saying that, he is well loved in the locker room. We're stupid to believe what the dirt sheets have to say and all this stuff. And then it did come out that he asked for his release. Then he went back on Instagram Live and started ranting about the idea of we don't get it and how it's mental health, and he was taking time away. Tony granted him a provisional release and how he was going to fix himself and mental health this and mental health that. Like, this guy is a real character, man. Real character. And it just seems like he was there collecting a check from Tony Khan, and he wasn't there to do the job. You could see it through storylines. He did not want to be there. He wanted to be a pretty face, but he didn't want to put the work into it. So technically, this is what I've been talking to you guys about in streams. They need to get rid of the wrestlers that just don't want to be there. Cut the fat. Bring in people that are willing to do the job and do good stories and things like that. It's just Malakai Black was basically in AEW just to collect a payday and buy his time to where he can come back to WWE. That's it. It's the same with Keith Lee. It's the same with Miro. They didn't want to be there. It's the same with Ricky Starks now. It's becoming apparent that Ricky Starks is not coming back anytime soon. And his contract, they've extended time on his shit. Ray Phoenix basically, honestly, doesn't want to come back and do the job. And he's been moaning and groaning. And now, because he didn't want to get in legal trouble, he literally backed off his statements. So, I mean, these guys, I just don't understand these guys. Like, I don't. Like, you're getting paid big figures to be there, and you're not doing the job. You're not putting over talent. You're not putting over people. You want to be on the top of the mountain, but you don't want to put the work in. These guys' credibility to me have gone down. It's the same way I feel about CM Punk. It took me a little while to embrace CM Punk being back in a WWE ring for a while. I didn't like the way he was in AEW. I did not like how AEW treated him, but at the same time, I didn't like how he treated AEW as like a second-tier promotion. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. If you're getting paid NFL money How do you go and you do all this garbage to a company when you're getting paid big money? To me, I just don't get it. And now it's like very confusing. These articles that are coming out are so confusing. Which is it? Did he not want to put over talent? Did he want to put talent over? Did he want to do this? Did he want to do that? Which one is it? Because I would like to hear from Malakai Black, in a podcast, what was his decision making on things, because it doesn't make him look good. I get there's people that love this guy. I get it. There's wrestling fans of Malakai Black, want to see him back with his wife in a WWE ring. Okay, cool. But where does he fit in WWE? This is the thing. I just don't see where he fits. I don't. What, in the U.S. division? Championship division? Intercontinental? Where do you put him? Do you put him back on NXT, have him have a run with the NXT, rebuild him up? I just don't know what you're going to do. What do you put him in the Judgment Day and have him be the new leader of the Judgment Day? Some of it just doesn't make any sense to me as a person. Some of it just doesn't make sense. And I wish he would make it sense, because every time he comes on Instagram Live or his post, he just is very vague and not transparent. And this is where Tony Khan needs to come out and be an owner and honestly shoot the shit with us and let us know what's happening in real time. Like he didn't do it with Rey Fenix. He hasn't done it with Keith Lee, Miro. And then it's up to the dirt sheets to figure it out. And then it's a mess. You got Dave Meltzer, Dementia Meltzer, saying one thing. You have Sean Ross Sapp, Thurston. You have Chris Feinstone, or whatever the goddamn name is, for Sports Keeda not being transparent. And everybody's got a different version. It's like, just give me the straight version. He didn't want to be there. He was a Booker T 2007 through 2012. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to put over talent. It's the same with Malakai. It's the same thing with Miro. It's the same thing with a lot of these talents in AEW. Just Tony Khan, release them. Why is it so hard? Why is it difficult? Just release the fucker and be done. Just be done with it all. You know what I mean? End it. Bring in new talent that want to be there. You know what I mean? This is the thing I don't understand. They need better creative in AEW, and they need to have better talent that want to be there, because it's hurting their product. It is. You're starting to see people are there to collect a check, not really be about the product. Malakai Black, if he walks back into WWE, he's lost a lot of credibility to me, but I understand he'll be beloved and back in open arms. I just don't know where he's going to pencil in WWE, to be honest with you. And maybe we see him back in an AEW ring. Maybe it is all what it says it is, 2027 with him. Who knows? I don't know what AEW is doing. I don't know when it comes to their contracts. Everything is vague when it comes to Tony Khan. Everything's held to the vest. And these wrestlers hold things to the vest. They say one thing, then they go online and shoot on their owner. Then they delete posts, and it's just one big mess to me. It's just, I wish Malakai Black all the best. Aleister Black, I hope that he comes back and they treat him 100% correct and he gets pushed right. That's what I hope for. He's a Triple H, Paul Heyman guy, so let's see what they do with Malakai Black at this point. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm disappointed because, people are saying, oh, AEW dropped the ball with him. No, if he wasn't willing to put over talent, if this was the case, then he was just there collecting a check, didn't give a fuck. So that brings up the question, these wrestlers that are signing with AEW, they're wasting away because they just want the money. They're not there to fucking be about the fans and be about the audience that's watching. They're about lining their pockets. In the story, Malakai Black's situation is just as weird as Megan Bain's contract. And again, Tony Khan won't clarify. He will not clarify. And I wish he would, to let us know what the hell's going on, personally. My name is RevSauce9. I really hope Malakai Black all the best in his next journeys, if he's going to WWE. If the rumors and innuendos are true, take everything with a grain of salt. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think down below. See ya.